Hello and welcome to VR Reviews. Today we'll be reviewing the Marvel Legends Allfather series Sentry. So yes, here we have Sentry. This is a figure that was meant to be released a long time ago as the variant pack-in for Hyperion. And if you've been collecting Marvel Legends recently, you've probably seen this body mold used in pretty much every bulky figure that they've made. So you should be pretty familiar with it from that standpoint. He is a pretty cool figure if you are a fan of Sentry, so you might as well pick one up. Now let's go ahead and zoom in for the articulation, sculpt, paint details, all those sorts of things.
Alright, starting off with a quick size comparison. Of course, here we have Sentry. Here's our standard Marvel Legends 6-inch Cosmic Armor Iron Man and 3 3/4-inch Marvel Universe Wolverine. Sentry is a bit of a bigger character, so he's bigger than a standard 6-inch figure, but still within the 6-inch scale, and of course much bigger than a 3 3/4-inch figure. Now let's get everything else out of here and just look at Sentry. Alright, moving on to our 360 spin. Here you can see Sentry. Of course, he is blue and yellow for the most part. His base costume is yellow, and it has sort of a darker yellow, orangish kind of shading, which looks kind of bad, honestly. It's not uniform, really, and it sort of starts and stops in some areas, and it just doesn't look that good. If you're not going to do shading well, it's probably best that you don't do it at all, so I kind of would have preferred if he would have just been solid yellow, if this is what the shading is going to look like. But I guess at least they tried. The bracers, which are just painted on, are blue, and then his cape line and actual cape are blue. His belt is blue, with the exception of the big gold Sentry logo, and his boots are blue. All the musculature is sculpted well, although his proportions are a bit weird just because his body's a bit strange looking, but it's not too bad. And that's about it. He looks tolerable, but a few complaints here and there. Let's go ahead and zoom in on his head sculpt. Head sculpt-wise, Sentry's head looks pretty decent. The hair is sculpted very nicely and has a little bit of paint differentiation between the strands and stuff, which looks pretty good. The eyes are painted white and have a little bit of a reddish outline around them, so that's pretty cool. Eyebrows are just painted on there. They're fine. The head sculpt itself is a bit puckery and maybe a bit overdone, but it's not terrible, and I can certainly live with it. Anyway, pretty decent head sculpt. No major complaints. Let's go ahead and zoom out and look at some articulation. Articulation-wise, he has the ball disc in the neck, so that does go up and down, side to side. The hair prevents it from going all the way back. Ball joint shoulders, in and out, forward and back. Bicep cut, double-jointed elbows, wrist hinge and rotation. Nice abdominal joint, waist cut. Hips go in and out, forward and back, thigh cut, double jointed knees, boot rotation, hinge, and pivoting in the ankles. So you should be able to get him in pretty much any pose you really need to. He's got a old style, good hip movement, and there's not really anything to complain about articulation-wise. Now let's go ahead and move on to some accessories. Sentry doesn't come with any accessories of his own, really, unless you count the removable cape, but he does, of course, come with the arms for Odin, which are very useful if you intend to build Odin. Unfortunately, if you want to build King Thor, those arms come with someone else. Now let's go ahead and move on to the packaging. Packaging-wise, Sentry comes in the standard Marvel Legends packaging. Build-A-Figure the Allfather, Marvel logo at the top, big window. Marvel Legends Infinite Series Avenging Allies is the name for the two figures that are put in this particular packaging. On the back you get a picture of the figure, little description, and the other figures that are available. Build-A-Figure Allfather, Iron Fist, Machine Man, Sentry, Hawkeye, Thor, Captain Marvel, and Scarlet Witch. I've reviewed several figures from this line already, Machine Man, Hawkeye, Scarlet Witch, and now Sentry, and I intend to finish Odin at some point, so I'll probably end up reviewing some of the other ones as well. As always, these are good for in or out of package display, so yeah, Sentry.
Alright, that wraps it up for Sentry. So until next time, goodbye!
Hello, you've just watched one of my videos. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed my videos. If you didn't, run away and never return. Also, feel free to check out my other channels, Venom Raptor for all my variety gaming content, and VR Reviews for reviews of various action figures and collectibles. Thank you, and goodbye.